Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fly Tying Friday. Tonight I've got a little jig nymph for you. This nymph has been super productive for me all spring so far. It's extremely easy to tie and very few materials, so I'll get a fresh hook in the vise here and we'll get right into it. So for this specific pattern, I'll be using a Moonlit standard jig hook in size 14. And we'll be starting off with some 0.015 lead wire. We're just going to take a couple wraps and do about 4 or 5 wraps just right behind the bead there. And just push it up there a little bit to keep that bead in place. One trick I like to do with these tag ends of the lead wire, come behind your tag, make a few wraps to start your thread, and then wrap over top that tag a few times with some nice firm wraps, and then once again right behind it, and then at that point you can just pull that lead wire right off and it makes a nice clean transition right there. So we're gonna wind our thread back to the bend of the hook, and here we're gonna tie in some Coq de Leon tailing fibers. This specific tailing fiber is a whiting. It's part of the whiting tailing pack. And this is just a natural color. Coq de Leon has some really nice barring that gives it a nice natural look. I'm just going to take about half a dozen fibers or so, pull them off the stem of the feather, and I want this tail to be roughly the body length, the shank length of the hook. So just transfer that measurement and do a pinch wrap to secure that down right on top the hook shank there, and then you can kind of pull it to length to wherever you need. We'll go ahead and wrap that down and stop right there at the lead wire. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and wrap over the lead wire to just make the body all the same color. The D-rib material that I'm about to tie in right now, it's a gray medium D-rib made by Hare. It's flat on one side, rounded on the other, and it's almost see-through, so whatever thread color you have on the bottom is what's going to show through for the color of your body. What I like to do is just tie that in right behind the lead wire and then stretch it a little bit as I make pretty tight wraps, touching wraps all the way down to where the tailing material is. And this is tied in with the flat side down. It seems to just lay a little better for me, wrap a little easier. Advance your thread back to the bead. And now we'll just begin to wrap this D-rib up, making touching wraps. I'm stretching it more right now, and as you get to the head towards the bead, you can kind of loosen up on it a little bit, and that gives you a nice tapered profile. Wrapping it all the way to the bead there. Go ahead and tie it off. And this fly is very fishable right now. If you could just go ahead and finish this fly, but I'm gonna add just a little bit of a dubbing collar. I like to use some natural hare's ear dubbing. I'll just get a pinch of that, and you really don't need much when it comes to these collars. I mean, making a pretty tight little dubbing noodle, and we're just trying to create the illusion of a little bit of legs at the bead of the fly, so right at the head. This is a very simple fly, as you can see. Fly's basically done. We're gonna go ahead and do a 3-turn whip finish right here. And if you like, you could change thread colors right before the dubbing, so you can make like a nice little hot spot collar. with your thread. I've been doing really well with just this natural brown color, so sticking with that. But like I said, if you use that clear D-rib or like the gray D-rib, you can experiment with different thread colors and make that center core of your body all kinds of different colors. And this nymph just does a really good job of getting down through the water column, and it's extremely durable. You'll probably lose the fly before it wears out and falls apart on you. But hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next week on another Fly Time Friday. God bless.